Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to be looking at the World Tournament Pan. Now, I'm actually really quite disappointed in this World Tournament card. Like, you know, I thought they did so well with units like Super Saiyan 2, Great Saiyan Man, you know, the Tech Cell was really good, and they kind of have been moving backwards ever since. You know, when they try and go for these goofy, gimmicky cards, I don't think it really works out too well. You know, a good example of this is the Physical Mighty Mask. It's just not very impressive. You know, they could give us, like, category-specific support cards of every typing, and it really would work quite well, man. Like, you know, we could get, like, a Namekian category pick, like, well, definitely not Piccolo. How about Nail? Like, a Namekian category support Nail, or maybe Dende or something. You know, we could get, like, some sort of, you know, this Pan right here herself. Youth Pan would have been perfect as a category unit for Hybrid Saiyans. And obviously, they've released much better, you know, recent cards like Bra. Bra is absolutely ridiculous, right? 3 key and 40% to attack, which is amazing. But, you know, they decided to go pretty underwhelming with Pan. Now, here's the issue with Pan, dude. Pan, in order to effectively get her to work, you're going to need her in the first spot of the rotation. Now, I see what we're doing here. You know, we're moving Pan over onto the other rotation, maybe with the other Pan or Bra. That would allow her to work a lot better. But this Pan gets 80% attack and a medium chance to evade enemies' attack in the first turn, and performs guaranteed crit in the first slot. So, you know, if you get her in that first slot, sure, she might be able to do a little bit of work, but the problem is, she gets minus 80% attack within the same turn after receiving an attack. So basically, Pan has to be in the first slot to do damage, and as soon as she's hit, she can't do damage. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with this Pan. I'm not gonna lie, this is bizarre. They could have given her 80% attack at the start of turn, medium chance to evade enemies' attack, boom, we're done. What's the issue with that? But instead, they wanted to get real goofy on us and go, oh, if she's in the first turn, this activates, plus she gets guaranteed crits, and then she loses 80% attack in the same turn. Like, it just doesn't work. It does not work. They gave us a unit that fundamentally is broken, and you would not even run in the first slot, man. Like, it's bizarre to me that they would do this. I don't know, maybe they're, you know, they're just focusing all their efforts on the 4th anniversary or something, but, like, dude, they could have given us, like, an Oob in this spot, you know, like a good Oob. You know, they could have had we could have had Oob. He could be Majin Buu Arc category support or something like that, right? Like, but instead, we get this Pan. Now, I guess, like, the one good thing about her is she does seal on super attacks. So that's cool. You know, I have a newfound respect for units that seal and also units that lower attack. Those two criteria have been kind of on the rise in Dokkan lately. You know, before it was a bit of an issue. You know, bosses would be immune to anything. So, like, you see, here's a perfect example. So, you need Pan in the first slot, right? Now, Pan, you know, is probably going to get bodied by Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Let's just get that right out of the way. But, like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's like, well, we're going to attack 3 times in the first spot. Oh, boom, there we go. So, Pan, Pan already is not capable of doing any damage whatsoever. So, she's going to get a guaranteed crit, but, yeah, with a 200,000 attack stat. That's with Bra on the rotation, too. Oh, there. Oh, very. Thank you, Pan. Very helpful. We get the dodge with her. We get the dodge on the last attack. That does not matter. See, like, I'm gonna be real. Pan is really bad. Like, I know a lot of players play both Global and JP, and it's like, oh boy, you know, Global and JP both have World Tournaments now. Which one should I focus on? It's like, dude, like, if maintaining both accounts is really that important to you, I would say to focus on Global for this World Tournament. The reward cards for Global are superior in every way. The Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyan Man is 100,000 times better than Pan, because he actually has a purpose. And then, Physical Bojack is really good as well. You could use him as a very solid running partner with LR Bojack. They're going to activate a lot of each other's links. They're going to be very, very powerful together. Whereas, this Pan and Goku, they're going to end up, in 2 days after the tournament, they're going to be lost units that no one uses and no one talks about. So here we go again. Boom. Pan is worthless on this turn. We need a turn where, the enemy is not going to attack in the first slot, or else she's just not able to give us any benefit at all. Like, this is what she does. Like, we would go mad just trying to see what, max attack stat this Pan could get. Dude, that would take a long time, because we would need a rotation. Let's see, what are Pan's links? I was looking at it earlier, something too crazy. Yeah, so she has All in the Family. She's got Infighter. Now, Infighter can be good in the right situation, but then, she's got Saiyan Lineage, Battlefield Diva, Supreme Power, World Tournament Reborn. Just a lot of these are very, very fodder-level links that we're not likely to see sort of put up too much damage, right? World Tournament Reborn, that's not something that, units really carry. That's a very rare link, right? Or Supreme Power, I guess, is a little bit more common. We do see a lot of Buu Saga units do have that, because that was the link that, sort of is effective against Kid Buu, right? But then you look at the rest of it, Saiyan Lineage, All in the Family. I hate, dude, that All in the Family link drives me bonkers. The only unit where that's really, really effective on and is very useful is Future Gohan, because Future Gohan does actually need the extra little defensive buff to help get his defense sort of rolling. Whereas a lot of these other units that have it, man, they would do so much better by All in the Family. So it's a defense plus 15% right now. I would like that link better, honestly, if it was attack and defense 7%. Attack and defense 10% I think is very good, but here we are again. Sin decided he wants to hit in the first slot several times, so, unless Pan dodges both attacks, which she didn't. She dodged one, but we're still not going to get to see her. We only had it that one turn, with Pan there, but now we're just not getting it. So, on the next rotation, we will have Bra on the rotation again. Hopefully there, Omega will not attack the first slot, but, after all my time playing Dokkan, I would definitely say I've noticed that it seems as though, enemies definitely attack the first slot more than other slots, on the rotation, right? You usually want to put your best defensive unit in that first slot. And Pan, see, if they had given Pan a high chance to dodge, at least we're a little better off, because now it's reasonable that she could get her passive. But dude, I can't emphasize enough how worthless Pan is. The chances of the enemy not attacking in that first slot, or her dodging all the attacks she's likely to take there, it's asking an awful lot for what is not an easy unit to obtain. Well, okay, see, here's the thing. They did just, I always tell people, man, the harder a unit is to obtain in Dokkan, usually the better it is. They've made these World Tournament reward cards very, very easy to acquire now. Yeah, see, Pan, it doesn't matter. She's just locked out, dude. Here, let's go for the Hail Mary several dodges. But, now that they've instituted this new sort of thing where you can get the card at this World Tournament, it's 23 million points. Now that they've got that around, it seems like they haven't made the cards as good since they've done that. The cards that were around before that, the Texel, the SCR Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyan Man, they were a lot more effective. That's the thing, the World Tournament in Dokkan is the worst. You'd think that if they're not going to update it, at least give us, monster cards. I don't really see the negativity or, the bad stuff about making these World Tournament reward cards actually good. Especially if the mode's going to be as tedious as it is. Why not make them, busted? Make them stupid good. I don't think people would really be too upset with that. And here's the other thing too. Like, if they just made like World Tournament units like pretty good, right? Not Dokkan Fest exclusive, maybe not quite as good as like, you know, new summonable units that aren't exclusive or LR, but just made them like a little bit behind there. Like, that's not gonna cause Dokkan to lose money, not at all. So like, I do think it's time to sort of step it up with some of these World Tournament rewards, but I don't know. I guess they're considered as nothing but trophy cards. And yeah, dude, there it is. Again, Pan, no opportunity to. And, you know, like Omega, the other thing about Omega is, you know, he locked Ultimate Gohan in spot there. So, not much we can do. So, here's Pan. I don't know. How impressive is she? I would say she's horrible, terrible, extremely bad, mega bad, not great at all. All right, so now let's go ahead and move over to sort of the breakdown of her. Let's go over all the details of her card like we usually do at this time. All right, so this is Unexpected Power Pan Kid. Her leader skill is Super AGL type Key 2, HP attack and defense 70%. So her leader skill is not horrible. And the other thing is, I would say she's the best version of Kid Pan in the game, you know, because there's only this and what, the other rare card? But still, it's like, they didn't make her too much better than that rare. Her super attack is the Maiden Smash, which does supreme damage and seals super attack. Her passive skill, Determined Guts, is, again, 80% attack at the start of turn, medium chance to evade enemies' attacks, and a guarantee to crit as the first attacker in a turn, right? But then she gets negative 80% attack within the same turn after receiving an attack. So basically, they made it so that she's a card that gets like a 100 to 200,000 attack stat and has guaranteed crits. Like, good job. Very, very impressive. Very, very, very strong. Her links are All in the Family, Infighter, the Saiyan Lineage, Battlefield Diva, Supreme Power, and World Tournament Reborn. I mean, at least she's got Infighter, I guess. We'll move on. Her 12 key multiplier is 140%, which is usual. And Pan, of course, is on 3 categories, and it's a murderer's row. She's on World Tournament, Hybrid Saiyan, and the Majin Buu arc. So, like, I'm just at a loss. Like, I would argue that Pan is the worst World Tournament reward in Dokkan. I really think she is. Like, if I did a listing ranking all the World Tournament reward cards, I see no possible way. Like you go over all of them. Like, AGL Vegito gives, what, a 30% attack buff to Superclass? That's useful. You know, like, some of those cards, like Int Gohan, has, like, a decent little attack buff. You know, Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is a nice support unit. Even something like AGL Beerus gets a nice little attack buff. He could be useful on a Super AGL team. Like, those other units have uses. This Pan, like, there's no way in the world you'd ever waste a spot on any team by putting her on there. So, very, very bizarre decision by Akatsuki and Bandai to release this Pan as they did, because they really created a pointless, worthless card. She's awful. I hate to be negative, but Pan's just not very good. And I guess that's how we'll go ahead and finish it up here. So, thanks guys for watching. What can I say? And I'll catch you guys next time.